Ask any woman, they be like, I'm bored. I'm bored. I only did this because I was bored. You know what I'm saying? All right, well, we gonna shake some shit up now. I'm gonna invite you out. I'm gonna invite another girl out. Y'all not gonna know each other. And y'all gonna show up at the same time. We gonna have a good old time. How that sound? Does that sound boring?
Damn. Set your alarm, aren't you hungry?
35 minus 18 is 17. So it's 2025 minus 17 years. That was 2008 when she was 18. Damn. So she was 18 in 2008. What they had? MySpace, Facebook. What they had back then, bro? They didn't have social media like how it is now. So she probably didn't have all the access to the options that she thinks she has now. That's probably why she thinks she has more options, because of the access on social media. I'm just making a guess. I don't know.
Let's just do the math. Who can you date that an 18-year-old can't date? I'll wait. You said older men. An 18-year-old can't date an older man. You might not want her to date an older man. Y'all might shame older men for dating an 18-year-old, but one, it's legal, and older men have no problem with it. So, no, you could have absolutely dated those same men when you were 18. But here's the reality of it is, your options have diminished. One of the reasons why they diminished, because yes, not everyone wants an older woman. That's one reason. The other reason is you have more requirements now. You want more as a woman at 35, right? You actually have a higher standard for men now that you're old.
Look. She can have all those requirements and higher standards, but at the end of the night, somebody's smashing, bro. The higher standards is for y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's for you niggas. Those who the higher standards for. But in the background, there's a nigga cracking their junk right now.
Than you did when you were younger. Okay? So, yes, do some women date older men? Some. But chances are, the restrictions that she has at 18, you have more. You want money. You want looks. You most likely want a man older. You probably wouldn't date a man younger. You're 35, you probably wouldn't date a man in his 20s. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. And yeah, you could date my father, but trust me, at 18, you could have dated my father too. Now, men, we have more options as we get older because, yes, we could date younger, we could date older. Yeah, I could date your mama now. Okay, maybe your mama wouldn't date me when I was 18.
Nigga sound like Chief Keef, man. I could fuck your mom.
But she would definitely date me now, okay? Anyway, it's funny to me because women like this are delusional, okay? You don't believe me? Look at this. Look at this.
I just saw this trend and this lady said, what are your favorite ways to practice micro-feminism? And she said that she didn't want to hear just like the small little things. She wants to hear something unhinged. And I think it's my time to shine. My favorite thing to do is to tell men, especially if it's like a patient that is male, or if I'm ever going on dates, because if I'm going on a date, it always inevitably happens that a man will ask me if I want more kids because I'm 35. I have a son that's 17 and I'm done having kids. So the conversation always comes up and it always leads to, oh,
so she had a son when she was 18 in 2008.
Well, what if you met like your perfect man? And I always tell them that, yeah, just because I just like to play into it a little bit. Not that I'm like serious about having any more kids. I'm like dead ass, not having any more kids, but it's like my favorite thing to like kind of like dig into why they want kids, if that makes any sense. Whenever it inevitably turns into that conversation, I always tell them like, yeah, you know what? If I ever met like my ideal man, right? Like if he supports me, is loving, is kind, is gentle, makes good enough money, is educated, things that I have myself that he also has too as well, and we can build together. That's what I'm looking for. And if he was my ideal man, I would consider having kids, right?
No, she out here playing games, bro. Cause a man taking her out on a date is being serious, asking her questions about would you like to have more kids? And she's talking about practicing micro-feminism. I've never heard that before, but I'm guessing it's her playing. He's really trying to be serious about having kids, and you're giving him all of these requirements up front as to what it would take for you to have kids, knowing in your mind that you already made the decision that you're done having children. You just said it. Right?
But when we get married, this is always a stipulation that I just like add in there, is the stipulation of
the games. They just, bro, and if it's women out here just playing like this is not leaving a lot of room for the women that actually are being serious. That actually do want to pursue something serious. There's a bunch of women out here just playing. And I ain't gonna say it ain't men out here playing either, but they not getting on TikTok making videos about it, saying shit like micro-feminist. Like, what the fuck is that? Bro, that's just games when it come down to it.
If and when we get married, my thing is I want to put it in the prenup that if we ever have kids, those kids are yours. The amount of times men will be like, oh my God,
Okay, I'm gonna just save you the long speech. What she means by your kids are yours, she wants you to raise the kids. So if you guys ever break up, the kids are on you. Now, it's funny to me because she thinks that this is enticing. Lady, this is not enticing. How confident would you be if you weren't attractive? She walks around thinking she could date men of any age. She got more options. She doubled. She don't want to have any more kids. So, you don't offer a man fertility. You don't offer him youth. You're not going to even offer him a child. But you think you got options. I'm telling you. And it gets worse, guys. It gets worse. Take a look at this video.
There ain't too hungry in this bitch.
You know what I think? I think that being a loser is fucking easy. Okay? Like, there's so many of y'all out there. It's really genuinely so embarrassing. Being a loser is so easy. So fucking easy. You know what? Being a good human is hard. Okay? Like, having a little bit of goals and ambitions, that's fucking hard. Being a loser is so easy. Like, men that manipulate women to get what the hell they want out of them. Loser. You know? Like...
No, look, but check this out, because I was thinking about this the other day, bro. Why is it that women are so easily manipulated? By everybody, by men, by other women. It's just, do y'all not know that y'all being manipulated? Or do y'all know and y'all just don't care? Like, just think about it. Men that manipulate women, loser. So, well, why are the women so easily manipulated then? Bro? Like, what the hell, man? What y'all are so smart. Women are so smart. Why are y'all so easily manipulated now?
That use women, loser. Men that sit there and abuse women, loser.
It's so funny to me. Women can make fun of a man having no ambition, which you know is keyword for being broke. They can call you broke and say, oh, you're a loser, you're broke. But if I said, hey, what if I told you men look at women who have kids as losers? Oh, we can't say that, right? You can say a broke man's a loser, and here's the reality. A broke man can change. He could get money. Every man who was rich, for the most part, started off as broke. But you're a mom. You're always going to have kids. And let me tell you something. I don't know if you know this, but there's women out there that won't date a man that has kids, okay? They'll tell you, oh, you have kids? Swipe left. I won't date you. It's a deal breaker, okay? But this woman, because she thinks she's so pretty, she's so beautiful, that she's not the loser. She says, there's so many losers out there. And she don't think she's one of them. Can you imagine that? If you were not pretty, would you believe the same thing? If you were ugly, unattractive, overweight, would you believe the same thing? I don't think so. And this is why I say all the time, women are way more shallow than men, because we know as men, being attractive is not enough. I know I can't just be attractive. Beyonce's not going to dump Jay-Z because I look better than Jay-Z, okay? So we know as men, we got to be more than attractive.
Why this nigga keep trying to big up himself, bro? I noticed that watching this nigga videos, he always try to big up himself, bro. I ain't mad at it. It's just fucking funny.
Hey, but women, that's all they gotta be.
That nigga always talk about who he look better than.
They gotta be attractive. It don't matter they have kids. It don't matter that they're older. Their age don't
Bro, everybody looks better than Jay-Z.
matter. Their kids don't matter. As long as they're attractive, they're desirable.
Say, nah, I'm just playing.
Okay? To the men that just want to smash. Not to men that want to marry them. Anyway, moving forward, I found this video to be pretty interesting. Take a look.
Man, this too much of a drastic change, bro. You gotta warn the nigga first, bro, before we just change from this
Anyway,
to this.
I found this video to be pretty interesting. Take a look.
And y'all want me to be in a relationship so bad. The reason why I'm not dating anybody is because nobody's fucking impressive. And you know how I know nobody's impressive? My best friend just texted me. It's 9:30 in the morning. He texts me an hour before I wake up. And he's like, do you have Marriott Bonvoy? I'm like, no. Is it easy to sign up though? Because I can just sign up. Because he's always the person with the Hilton points, whatever, whenever we go on vacation. And I just signed up for Delta. So I was like, oh, if it's free to sign up, I'll sign up. Like maybe it's something that he wants me to do, whatever. I'm already asking questions, not knowing what's coming. He's going to say, yes, sign up because I'm gifting you Marriott Silver or whatever. I'm silver, whatever. Silver status. You niggas are arguing over whether we pay 50-50 or not. Niggas I'm trying to have situationships talk themselves out of daily. But my best friend is gifting me on a random Saturday, gifting me Marriott silver status level.
So, why do y'all think this stuff means anything, bro?
It's so funny. This girl would refuse to go 50-50 with you. She says, I'm not dating anyone because nobody's impressed.
What the fuck? So who you gonna go to the hotel with? Like, well, all right, you get the silver status, whatever the fuck that means. I'm pretty sure it means something great. But at the end of the day, you just going to a hotel and do what? Go to a hotel with who? Your best friend? Is he smashing? You gonna let him smash? He did all this for you. Y'all smashing? You gonna give him some pussy? Like, what the fuck going on?
Lady
What's going on, Grandma?
in the pink outfit. Do you think you're impressive? You look like my grandmother. You think I'm trying to sleep with someone that looks like my grandmother? Respectfully? Talking about men want to go 50-50. Baby, I'm not giving you a dime. You got to pay me to go on a date with you. Respectfully. I don't know who's more delusional, this black woman here or the Asian woman in the prior video, but I'll tell you something. Women are delusional. Delulu, okay? She thinks she has options.
And then what does she think making this video is gonna do to help her case? Like, do women make videos like this thinking that other men see it and say, oh, well, I need to step up? Like, we don't care, bro. Especially if we're not smashing. Especially if you're not that attractive. It's like, oh, I guess somebody had to get you the damn silver status. It wasn't gonna be me. Somebody had to get you the silver status, and damn sure wasn't gonna be me.
Oh, her best friend's gonna give her Marriott silver. What that gotta do with me? You think I'm gonna lower my standards for women because your best friend does a lot of cool things for you? I'm telling you, they get on this internet and they embarrass themselves. I'm telling you. Anyway, found another pretty interesting video. Here's a black woman with some common sense. A married woman at that. Shout out to all the married women. We support married women over here. Okay, it's an achievement to be a married woman. So if you're married, even if I don't agree with you, you did achieve something. Anyway, listen to what she got to say.
See, coffee dates or like low-key dates, that's essentially what it is, are very important, and I'm going to tell you why. Because what it does is it forces you to have to actually have a personality. And see, that's a lot of y'all don't have it, and so that's why you don't want to go on a low-key date, because you're going to be forced to actually have to engage because you're not going to have all those distractions in the way. And then a lot of women are dating just to get out the house, just to get free food, just to leech off a man, or hell, a stud too. Like, a lot of women just go on dates just to have something to do. So that's why.
You know how we could shake this up? What if you invite two girls out on a date at the same time to the same location? So if I invite two girls out on the same night to the same location at the same time, you know, and they both get there, I might have to try that.
A lot of women,
We'll shake things up, see how that go. See how that turns out, man. That sounds interesting.
don't be wanting to go on low-key dates because they don't,
Because if women are so bored, ask any woman, they be like, I'm bored. I only did this because I was bored. You know what I'm saying? All right, well, we gonna shake some shit up now. I'm going to invite you out. I'm going to invite another girl out. Y'all not going to know each other. And y'all going to show up at the same time. We're going to have a good old time. How that sound? Does that sound boring?
feed their agenda. So honestly, a low-key date or the fact that the person don't want to go on a low-key date, it exposes them. So low-key dates are very important, like very important. You need them.
Look at that beautiful black skin, bro. I'm telling you. The diamond shining because it's lying on that melanin. That carbon.
She says everything I want to say. She said everything I want to say. It exposes you girls. If women will get online and say, yes, women are going on dates to use men for food, what do you women don't get about it? But every girl wants a 5-star restaurant, a 3-star Michelin restaurant on the first date. You haven't met her. You guys matched online. You exchanged numbers. You met at FaceTime. That's what I do. I make sure I FaceTime, make sure there's not catfish. And then what do they want? They want an impressive date for the first date. For what? Why am I trying to impress you? Why don't you impress me? Why don't we try to impress each other off of coffee? It's a low-key date, but you need to have personality, and a lot of y'all don't have personality. A lot of y'all want us to watch you stuff your face in expensive food and make another man rich. For what? Encouraging us to be simps ain't gonna work. I know y'all do it all the time, but it ain't gonna work. It's gonna work with the simps. It ain't gonna work with the pimps. It ain't gonna work.
Hey, are simps a necessary part of society? You know, would society collapse without simps? When you think about it, do they play a role that's vital? I don't know, man. Because I always used to think it's the simps' fault it's partly the simps' fault as to why women can be the way that they are. The other part of it is women are the way that they are sometimes. But the simps enable it. So I'm thinking, like, if it was no simps, would that be like bad for society or better for society?
So I say this to say that, guys, fellas, if a woman refuses to go on a coffee date, just let her know you expose yourself. She's like, what do you mean I expose yourself? Everyone talks about it online. We know there's a lot of women that go on dates with men just for food. And two, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if I like you. And three, let's see if we like each other. Let's see if our personalities actually match without food in the way.
Yeah, and because if it ain't about the date, if it ain't about getting to know me, then you shouldn't care if I invite another girl out at the same time then, right?
Ask the coffee date, I'll take you on a nice date. How about that? Okay, and if they're not down for that, then the hell with them. The hell with them. Anyway, I found another video that's pretty interesting. Take a look at this.
Y'all do know that women have sex too, right? Okay, just making sure, because I get many comments asking me to...
What a dumb thing to say, bro. We need y'all in order for sex to happen. Like it ain't just us just having sex with ourselves. Bro, we need the women in order to have sex.
Comments asking me to preach abstinence to my audience, and I will not be doing that. Mainly because y'all, the community, do it for me. 2, we've been doing it for 300 plus years. Let's see where it's gotten us. And then 3, there's a very real reason why a comprehensive sexual health education is deliberately withheld from women all over the world. And it's been this way for years. Gaps are very intentionally left in a woman's education about her anatomy, her biology, her sexuality, all of the above, so that a man can then fill it. So if she knows nothing about sex, it is now up to her partner to define sex for her. And now riddle me this. Can a woman who's been raped say she was raped if she does not know what rape is? If from the very beginning sex to her has not...
Bro, come on now. All this is her trying to make things that we already understand confusing. We all understand what sex is. We all understand what unconsensual sex is. We're not confused about those things, bro. You know when something is right. You know when something is wrong. Like, come on, bro.
And defined as consensual, as pleasurable. That is why I will never be shutting up about this, because a comprehensive sexual health education is life-saving and withholding.
And then, 2, that's what we're here for, to fill the gaps. What does all this experience, or what does all of this what does a woman having all of this sexual experience do for another man? How does that benefit another man, you having all of these sexual experiences? Of course the man comes in to fill in the gaps, or whatever gaps she's talking about, right? Like, you're supposed to be designed for that one man. You ain't supposed to be designed for a bunch of men. Because how does that benefit anybody? You out here as a woman just opening your legs for every man in the world? How does that benefit your husband? You know what I'm saying? How does that benefit your kids and your family? It don't. It doesn't. How does that benefit you as the woman? How does opening your legs and being a 304 in the streets benefit you as a woman, bro? Where's the benefit? List me 3 benefits. 3 benefits of being a hoe. 3 benefits of being a 304. Because if y'all can't do that, then why do y'all keep trying to be 304s, bro? I don't understand.
From any human being ever is an act of violence.
Or even if you're not trying to be a 304, you're trying to make it okay to be a 304.
Y'all do know that women have sex too.
You know the word comprehensive. Good job. Comprehensive sexual education. Oh my God. All comprehensive means is complete. Full. That's all it means. And people get so, oh my God, look how many look how many syllables are in this word. Comprehensive. It's 4 syllables. It's a big word. This idea that women think that men have been against women, it's a feminist idea. And they believe and they think there's an agenda, the opposite agenda. They think feminism is the truth and everything else is the agenda.
Okay, so I just thought of something. This idea of oppression, right? This idea that women's bodies and women's rights and women's freedoms are being oppressed by men. So they taking their power back and they're being liberated or whatever. I'm starting to think part of that idea of oppression is just a way for them to make being a hoe okay, because now it's giving them something to fight against. Now whenever they make poor or terrible decisions, they can always lean on, look at the man trying to oppress me. Look at the man trying to control me. Look at the man trying to control my body, my freedoms, and my decisions, right? Because now they have something to blame it on. Now they have something to fight against, right? And I'm not saying parts of those things can't be true, but I'm starting to think they have to have something to blame it on as to why they do the things they do. Because if it wasn't that, if it wasn't the idea of oppression, if it wasn't the idea of a patriarchy, then who would they blame their actions on? Who would they blame their poor decision making on? Because the goalposts will always be moved. They're always going to try to find a new way to make it okay to be a thought. That's what they're fighting for. That's all it comes down to. That's all the arguments they make, all these points of views, all these perspectives. It's just them trying to find ways to make it okay to be a thought. That's all it comes down to. Instead of them just saying out their mouth, I just want to be a thought right now. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. You know what I'm saying? They can't just say that. Why can't they say that, though? What's the reason they couldn't just say that? Because they know it's wrong. They know deep down it's wrong. That's why they can't just say it out their mouth. When the day comes that women just outright say, man, I just want to be a thought. You know what I'm saying? Then what? How would that turn out? Would that be in their benefit? Would it be in our benefit? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. This video is already long as hell. I done talked a whole lot. I might cut this up into two. Man. Look, man. Y'all like the video. LIKE, like the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Y'all be safe. I'm out.
Bruh, you recording?